You guys, it is Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni Day. Finally, to all of the women out there that are watching, no matter what you do in life, you never, ever, ever go full Amber Heard. The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni. Blake Lively is not a good person, that she has proven herself not to be a kind person, okay? And that's largely due to the fact that she is a modern feminist, and so she has to create struggle where there just isn't any, okay? She has a track record of being difficult to work with, from Armie Hammer, who got fired from Gossip Girl because he said during a dinner that she was a bitch, regarding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, when I just recognize that they are up on their high horses and that they potentially treat people very badly and that really they're bored and rich. Another circumstance that made me see right through Ryan Reynolds and the kind of person that he is, when despite being friends with Joe Alwyn, who dated Taylor Swift for 5 years. She's best friends with Blake Lively. Ryan and Blake and two other of her friends all staged a mass unfollowing of Joe Alwyn like they were 13 years old. Okay, Ryan, you're 48 years old. Grow up. Literally grow up. I have not seen a case so open and shut in my life. And the more that I read and the more details that I get into, I'm just shocked at how many lies were told, okay? This is about that narrative that I think they instantly started spinning. I believe that they are going to be able to prove in court that this was personal Ryan Reynolds versus Justin Baldoni.
What if the flawless image we see on magazine covers and red carpets is hiding a tangled web of hidden drama behind closed courtroom doors? That's the unsettling question surrounding one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, Blake Lively, as she faces off in a heated legal battle with actor-director Justin Baldoni. On the surface, Lively appears to embody perfection, a respected actress, devoted mother, and fashion icon. But even in Tinseltown, illusions can only last so long before reality crashes through. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the controversy that has everyone talking. Why is Blake Lively so desperate to keep this fight under wraps, and what's really lurking beneath her seemingly perfect reputation? For years, Hollywood has perpetuated the idea that stardom can shield you from nearly anything, from minor inconveniences to major scandals. It's a world where PR teams and famous connections smooth over the rough spots of life. But a courtroom doesn't care about your star status. You can walk into a trial with your carefully curated entourage and the best stylist money can buy, but once the judge calls your name, all of that goes out the window. That's the situation Blake Lively seems to be facing right now. She's been an A-list celebrity for years, drawing crowds to every red carpet event, known for her philanthropic work, impeccable style, and a spotless public image. So why is she, of all people, caught up in a legal mess with Justin Baldoni, an actor who until recently wasn't even a household name? Whispers are swirling that Lively's carefully controlled image is beginning to slip. This legal battle represents a collision between her perfectly crafted public persona and the harsh reality of the courtroom, where even the most famous stars can't escape a lawyer's scrutiny. The tension is building, and it's clear that something bigger than a standard legal dispute is unfolding. This could shake everything we think we know about Blake Lively, but we're just getting started. When celebrities find themselves in hot water, one of their favorite strategies is the gag order. On the surface, it makes sense. If you can't stop the legal process, at least you can try to silence the most damaging comments. After all, this is Hollywood, where money and power can often control the narrative. But gag orders don't always work that way. They exist to protect the integrity of the trial or to shield vulnerable parties, like minors or witnesses. Trying to muzzle the entire legal process because you don't like the way things are going? That's a much harder sell. Despite that, reports suggest Blake Lively has repeatedly sought such orders against both Baldoni and his attorney, Brian Friedman. She's reportedly pointed to sensitive information and inflammatory comments as reasons to clamp down on public statements. But every time she tries to shut down the conversation, the judge has rejected her requests. Critics argue that once a dispute is brought to court, you can't just turn the whole thing into a private VIP event. Fans are left wondering, what is Blake so desperate to hide? No matter the answer, one thing is clear: Every denial of these gag requests only adds fuel to the fire, increasing the public's curiosity. And the more we dig, the more complicated the situation becomes. Many high-profile legal battles quietly fade away before they make it to trial. Settlements are made, often sealed by non-disclosure agreements, and everyone moves on. But that's not what's happening here. Blake Lively's team reportedly pushed hard to get this case dismissed, but the judge wasn't having it. In today's legal world, throwing out a lawsuit requires hard evidence, and Lively's pleas fell on deaf ears. In other words, the star power that often opens doors in Hollywood doesn't seem to be able to unlock the door to the courtroom. This isn't a fleeting rumor about who's dating who or which project is next on her IMDb. It's a serious legal dispute that's picking up steam, and every failed attempt to shut it down only adds to the buzz. The public and the media are taking notice. Why would someone as seemingly untouchable as Blake Lively work so hard to make a legal battle disappear? Is it a matter of principle, or is she worried about some hidden skeletons rattling too loudly? As the judge continues to refuse to dismiss the case, what started as a routine civil matter has turned into a boiling pot of speculation, and the more Blake tries to put it out, the hotter it gets. But that's not the most critical twist in the story. Few things send a chill down a celebrity's spine faster than the word deposition. In a civil lawsuit, depositions are a truth-seeking mission where lawyers can ask pointed questions under oath, no red carpets, no scripted answers, and absolutely no do-overs. Any slip-up or half-truth can become ammunition in court. It's the polar opposite of the carefully controlled media interviews Hollywood stars love. According to rumors, Blake Lively is reportedly going to great lengths to avoid facing Brian Friedman, the attorney representing Justin Baldoni. Friedman is known for his dramatic style, once threatening to sue Lively into oblivion. That's enough to make anyone sweat. But in the eyes of the court, personal tension isn't a valid excuse to skip a deposition. Friedman's fiery demeanor may make the process uncomfortable, but that's the nature of litigation. Lively's repeated attempts to delay or block the deposition have only fueled the rumor mill. What does she fear might come to light if Friedman starts asking tough questions under oath? Fans speculate it could be anything from behind-the-scenes manipulation to contractual disputes. Critics argue that refusing to answer questions only makes it look like there's something worth hiding. In the end, the law rarely lets people avoid depositions unless there are truly extraordinary circumstances. And for every motion Lively's team files, Friedman seems more determined than ever to get her on the stand. But depositions are just one part of the puzzle. No one thrives in the spotlight quite like Blake Lively. She's a fashion icon, often praised for her impeccable style, with brand endorsements and charity appearances that keep her image shining as bright as the diamonds she wears. Yet legal proceedings don't play by the rules of PR. They focus on facts, testimonies, and evidence. Even the most well-crafted image can't cover up a damaging revelation in court documents. Behind the scenes, Lively's influential network may be working overtime. Top agencies, crisis managers, and high-profile advisors, all likely doing their best to reshape the narrative. But this isn't just a canceled talk show appearance or a mild social media controversy. This is an ongoing legal battle where each filing, hearing, and motion becomes part of the public record. Sweeping this under the rug isn't as easy as it used to be. Fans are left grappling with the troubling possibility maybe the star they've admired isn't just a humble all-smiles icon. Maybe the polished persona is a product of shrewd marketing. After all, is it even possible to maintain that level of perfection without the occasional misstep? If Blake Lively loses control of this story, the fallout could be severe, not just for her brand, but for the people who have helped craft that image. For those who believe Blake Lively is incapable of wrongdoing, the situation is quickly proving otherwise. But it's not just Lively at the center of this storm. Enter Brian Friedman, a polarizing figure in this legal drama. One moment, he's a no-nonsense attorney calling out misdeeds, The next, he's delivering dramatic lines about suing high-profile individuals into oblivion. Critics label him an opportunist, using the names of the famous to elevate his own profile, while supporters defend him, arguing he's simply doing his job, pushing as hard as he can to defend his clients' interests. For Blake Lively, though, Friedman represents the one figure in this entire mess she desperately wants to avoid. His approach is direct and confrontational. Rumors suggest he's in possession of documents and evidence that could completely dismantle her carefully constructed narrative. It's no wonder she's pushing back against the idea of him leading her deposition. What exactly about Friedman's tactics has Lively so rattled? Some believe he's holding receipts that could expose behind-the-scenes power plays, while others think he's using sheer intimidation to weaken her resolve. Either way, it's sparking a drama so intense that fans, critics, and even bystanders are all on edge, eagerly watching to see if Friedman can finally crack her polished exterior. But no legal battle happens in a vacuum. In today's digital age, every whisper becomes a social media roar. Fan camps form, and a rumor mill churns non-stop. On one side, there's Team Blake, firmly convinced that she's a victim of opportunism. They see Friedman's bold threats as nothing more than bullying, championing Lively as a strong woman standing up against harsh tactics. On the other side, Team Baldoni views these legal moves as evidence of a darker side to Lively's desire for control. They see Friedman as a truth seeker, revealing the real story. Meanwhile, the media is living for it. Every motion, every statement is fodder for headlines, hashtags, and viral moments on platforms like YouTube and TikTok. The more sensational the claim, the more views it racks up. Public curiosity is insatiable. Is the star we've all admired just a polished, edited version of reality? The stakes here aren't just personal, they're professional. Careers can shift in an instant, and in an industry where image is everything, a single scandal can derail one star while boosting another. In Hollywood, losing public favor is akin to a financial disaster. So why are so many glued to every development? Because reputations, incomes, and future projects are all at risk. But the biggest test is yet to come. Should this case make it to court, you can bet the spectacle will grab attention from all corners of the entertainment world. Journalists will dissect every exhibit and transcript, bloggers will analyze every gesture, and fans will passionately argue online about whose side they're on. There's even a chance more celebrities could get pulled into the fray. Co-stars, directors, and producers might be asked to testify or submit statements, only adding fuel to the already intense hype. What's truly at stake here isn't just one actress's public image or one director's reputation. It's a larger question about how much a person can truly control their narrative, especially when legal obligations clash with the illusions Hollywood so carefully constructs. Will Lively's star power carry her through this? Or will the court force her to confront the very revelations she spent years trying to avoid? In the end, the real question isn't just about whether she can keep Baldoni and Friedman at bay. It's whether she can protect the polished image she's spent years crafting from the harsh spotlight of a courtroom. If something truly explosive emerges, it could change the way we view her and serve as a cautionary tale for any celebrity who believes they can fully control their story. For now, all we can do is watch, speculate, and prepare ourselves for what might finally come to light. Will Blake Lively emerge unscathed, or will her attempts to manage the narrative backfire in a huge way? That's the question, and it's exactly why this legal showdown has captured so much attention. There's no Hollywood ending here, just a fast-moving drama that could rewrite the script on one of the industry's most beloved stars. As this story unfolds, there's always more to uncover. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, so you're the first to know when more secrets are revealed.